Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hawkeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Badgers offense will start this game off. Two programs very similar in their DNA, rugged and tough, sort of epitomizing the Heartland and playing for the Heartland Trophy.
It's an old rivalry, but a relatively new trophy in this game. And trust me, Wisconsin, Iowa, they don't care that it's new. It's another thing to put in their trophy case, and both teams want it.
Yeah, everybody wants the trophies. I think it's always fun, but more importantly, you want the bragging rights that come with it. Rivalry games matter. They matter to fans, they matter to players, they matter to coaches. That every game's the same nonsense, it's not true.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to go up top. He's going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest, and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard to cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the
and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either with this dude rushing.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
They're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the right. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll leave it with him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Badgers getting that pass rush from the 2nd level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Still running at the 40. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one. It's caught. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. And the Hawkeyes are threatening in the red zone. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On the run, it's Harmon. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Dances away. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
He's looking to throw it. Working that left side now. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Badgers want to move quickly. To the air on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to... The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Caught on the outside. It's Darisaw. steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. A new set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. A third and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt to try to pick up some yards. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Harmon. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Iowa.
focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
Shoots it to the left. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half.
Gonna take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bowl here, guys.
72-pound brass bowl. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with it.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bowl on a stand. Good news is both of these teams, Wisconsin and Iowa, they've got a lot of big linemen that can carry that 70-plus pound trophy back to their trophy stand if they win.
And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. The give from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They're working that left side. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Complete downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one. He's down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Using his legs, it's Harmon. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Badgers want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Gets it out quickly, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man! And a big-time grab there, knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he's brought down after a nice game. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a space. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll try the left side. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Going to try to get it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll run play action. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but key word being after the catch.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive.
Going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Discards a man. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just kind of give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room in under the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. And now the job trying to hang on to this 1-point lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Iowa has the ball back on offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gas.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell the quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they take it in for 6 more points. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. South Alabama went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse, and they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Jaguars. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And here we go, final play of the game right here. They're throwing for it on fourth down, trying to get to it. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is